Speaking of the Super Bowl, shout out the Battle's End. I actually spoke with somebody over there this morning. We'll share some thoughts. But the Battle's End sent both Jordan Travis and Trey Benson out to the Super Bowl on a private jet.
Yeah.
I'll pull up their tweet real quick just so I can read exactly what it said. But the tweet was put out this morning, actually last night. Said thanks in large part to our first substantial outside donation. The Battle's End will be well represented at tomorrow's Super Bowl. More from Jordan and Trey to come. They linked their Instagram. So a really cool experience for both of them to be able to go out to the Super Bowl. Richie, what are your thoughts there?
I think it's awesome. Going to the Super Bowl is so tough nowadays if you're a normal person like you or I, TJ, because the corporations own 90% of the tickets, and it's tough for us to get access to them. But I think what Battle's End is showing is they're using name, image, and likeness in a very unique way. What high school five-star players looks at that and says, "Oh, that'd be pretty cool if I could take a private jet to the Super Bowl." I mean, it's a recruiting tool. It's everything. It's gives incentive for the younger guys on the roster to get themselves to that level to where a collective like the Battle's End will say, "Hey, we're going to send you to the Super Bowl on a private jet." I just think it's awesome. I'm super happy for both Jordan and Trey, and I hope they have a great time. And I will be following the Battles on Instagram stories today to see the content they're putting out there.
Yeah, so Ingram Smith quote tweeted and said, "This is a massive step for us and will be an incredible experience for two great guys in Jordan Travis and Trey Benson. We learn more each day just how unlimited the possibilities are in this space and eagerly look forward to public involvement." So reached out this morning, and this is what's so cool to me. And Richie, you kind of hit the nail on the head here. Both guys will be in Battles in gear, and they will be live. And there were intentions. I don't know if it ended up going through last night, but it sounds like there were intentions for them to both meet up with Derwin and other FSU alums that were out at the Super Bowl last night. Haven't confirmed that for 100% fact, but I know that was the intention, was to get them out there and have them meet up with some of those guys as well. Really an awesome experience for the guys, and more proof that they can tailor opportunities for donors and players that I don't think any other group in this country is able to provide. And that's really the uniqueness of this. And there will be copycats, and there will be other collectives and other groups that try to do things like this and try to be very unique. But I think this is unlike you've seen anything else in this NIL world. Everybody's cutting checks, right? Everybody is cashing checks and cutting checks to players right now. And that is what the game is. I have no problems with that. I have no problems admitting that. I think that's awesome. Guys should be getting paid off of their name, image, and likeness. But what the Battle's End is doing is so much different than anyone else. And what they're being able to put together and offer is so unique, not only on the donor side of things, but also on the player side. And like you said, Richie, it's a recruiting tool. It's a tool to motivate the rest of your roster. There is just a lot that's right with this, and there's a lot that Florida State fans should be excited about. Florida State athletes should be excited about. And, I think it's really, really neat to see this. Everybody's getting a check. Everybody's getting paid right now. And so there's nothing wrong with that. But it shows that this collective is both innovative and flexible in the fact that they're doing more than just cutting a check. Everyone's getting paid. Everyone knows what market rates are. All these collectives are cashing money right now. Florida State is just kind of doing things on another level. And the uniqueness and the experience that Florida State, the Battle's End and others are going to experience from this is pretty remarkable. And so shout out the Battle's End. Shout out the outside contributor that made this happen. They don't, the best thing that I've seen from the Battle's End is that they're not loud mouths on Twitter that just want a bunch of recognition. You don't even know who the people are donating. And, Ingram has become a figurehead, and Ingram has become one that is getting a lot of credit, very well deserved, but he'll be the first to tell you, I'm just a small piece in this, just happen to be the public voice. The people that are doing this and are donating planes and donating experiences and sending guys out to the Super Bowl are not doing it because they want recognition or because they want you to know about their stupid health app or anything else. They're doing it because they love Florida State and they want what's best for FSU. And so I'm glad that, again, Florida State on the absolute forefront of not only NIL, but just these experiences and what is going to come from this. Richie, I liked your tweet. Obviously, I had to take a quick shot as well. The rivals did not send some guy named Mertz or the guy that was benched against Middle Tennessee State out to the Super Bowl. Knowles once again leading from the front, and it was pretty cool to see both JT and Benson out there. And I hope they have a blast, because that's a once in a lifetime type experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I think I've told the story on here before, but I work in healthcare, and I had a free ticket to the Super Bowl in 2020 when Tampa Bay was playing Kansas City in Raymond James Stadium, but I missed my second vaccine shot by like 3 days and missed that opportunity. And that is the closest I will ever get to going to a Super Bowl in my lifetime. I'm certain of it, but that's fine. But I love that this opportunity is there for these guys. And real quick, obviously it sucked when it happened, right? But did losing Travis Hunter kind of save Florida State's collective game? Because I feel like that was the tipping point for the battle's end to say, hey, we need some people who know what they're doing to come in here and get this thing going, because they have not had a misstep yet, in my opinion. And I think a lot of that is part of losing the number one player in the country.
Yeah, I think that was a wake-up call, not only for the NIL landscape in Tallahassee, but just football in general. I think it was a wake-up call for recruiting. I think it was a wake-up call for NIL. I think it was a wake-up call for this staff. I think it was a wake-up call for the administration, for the fan base, everybody. Yeah. That said, I hate that we had to go through that. I think we're – all right, this is another subject. I think we're probably better off for it in the long term. Like, I just don't know how much – I
agree.
I don't think he would have made a big impact this year. And then so maybe next year and the year after, you'd really like to have him on the roster. But I think you're probably better off for it. Now, I don't know if you
because of what came of it. No,
let's
be clear. Neither TJ or I are saying like we did not want Travis Hunter. We absolutely wanted him and would take him tomorrow if he called Dorvell.
You'd like to have a lead player.
The domino effect of what happened from that, I think long term is going to pay off.
I agree. Hey, let's do this, and then let's talk a little more NIL and get out of here. We launched a second channel last week. Really cool opportunity. Hey, we built our brand on giving love and interviewing every coach and every player on every team on campus, and really trying to show love to the sports that sometimes don't get as much coverage, right? Football gets a ton. Basketball, baseball, softball get a lot. But then outside of that, there's not a ton. We launched a second channel this week. You can go check that out. It's youtube.com/@NoleSports. We'll put the link in the description as well. Michaela Edenfield, star softball athlete, is going to have a show on there called The Throwdown. We've got some baseball stuff, which I can't say just yet what it is, but we've got some baseball stuff dropping this week with the start of their season. We've got an interview with a prominent member of FSU's administration coming up this week on that channel. So this channel will be primarily football, but if you'd like to support us on that channel as well, we certainly would appreciate it. Again, it's youtube.com/@NolesSports, NOLES Sports. You can search for it, DFNS, FSU Athletics, or FSU Sports. It'll all come up. And again, the link is in the description. If you support FSU, you want to support us on this channel, we appreciate it. Support there as well, and check out that content. It's really good stuff. Michaela's show was fantastic. With all the weather and stuff, I'm not exactly sure how this week's show is going to go with her, but we will have something out, and we'll get it to you guys. So go check that out. Appreciate you guys for your support over there as well.